For CMUEagles.com, I'm Brett Knese here alongside the Director of Track and Field, Mark Nelson. Mark, the CMU Open was pretty successful for your teams. Let's talk about the men's side and how well they did here last week.
You know, we had a great start last week. It was a little cold and a little breezy. In fact, our hurdlers and 100-meter dash, 200-meter people were running into a headwind, which makes things a little tougher to run fast times. Looks like the winds are going to be turned around this week, so we don't have to worry about that type of problem. But, we got some good competition coming in this week. We took, that first step, shaking the rust off from indoors since we had been off for about a month, and now we're getting rolling again here. And great start, a win for the men, and that's always fun to have. And now we're trying to look and see if we can get some of those qualifiers taken care of. Probably our first big thing is we want to get Nicola Shingles qualified in the hurdles. We want to see Dylan Simmons and Jordan Kukul, who's coming back from an injury, hopefully to get their spots taken care of as well this weekend. We'll see, though. It's a little dicey on the weather again. It's supposed to be a little warmer, but hard to say.
It is a little dicey on the weather, but this time it's the CMU Invitational. So what teams will we see maybe this week that we didn't see last week?
We're going to see Westminster College. We're going to see Lincoln out of Jefferson City, which is an outstanding Division II program. We're going to see some similar teams too. William Woods will be there. Culver Stockton, their bus broke down last week, so they didn't make it to the meet, but they are planning on being there this time. And that's actually all I'm remembering off the top of my head. There's about 7 or 8 teams.
That's great, and having 2 meets back to back, your athletes don't have to travel. They don't have to get up early. How nice is that for your athletes?
It's good. They get a chance to have some competition come in and see them, and then these next couple of weeks we'll go out and make that travel to see everybody else. But it's nice, and we get that opportunity at conference as well to sleep in our own beds, have a restful night instead of getting up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and hopping on a bus for a couple hours. So it's good for them. It's a little bit easier for them to compete.
And who specifically do you think is going to have a pretty successful weekend this weekend, even with the impending weather and all of those other factors?
I think a lot of things can happen this weekend. We've got Ryan Dixon running the steeplechase for the first time this year. It's the first time we're contesting the event outdoors this season. Hoping that he can build off of what he did last year and see if we can't get a personal best out of him. He's had a good week of practice, so we're thinking we're going to have something good there. We've got, like I mentioned, Nicola running the hurdles and the relays. We're going to be running our A relay for the 4x100 this week. Our B won last week. It's going to be a little tougher with Lincoln in the mix this time, even with our A team. So it should be fun to see what they can do as well. I mentioned the throwers. Deshaun Stokes, I saw in Cork a big hammer throw in practice yesterday. Sure would like to see him duplicate that in the meet. Kevin Stites has looked great in practice in the pole vault. Can he be our second pole vaulter at nationals? And those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Busy day. A few more events in the meet. We go 3,000 steeplechase and the race walk. Doug Hutcherson, of course, our All-American, will be competing in that. 5,000 meters is an event we didn't contest last week as well. So longer day, busier day, great opportunities for everyone. We'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Well, the Central Methodist men's track and field team will be here for the CMU Invitational at Harrison Track and Davis Field this weekend. And, Coach, it may be a little bit of dicey weather, but it should be a good weekend. Good luck.
Thank you very much.